Welcome back. It's starting to get that time of year again. Indoor season is almost upon us. It's September now here in the Netherlands. Well, everywhere in the world it's September now, but September here means that the weather is it's still nice and warm in the afternoons, but the mornings and nights already have turned into dark, gloomy messes. Which means I'm getting ready for the indoor season, which also means that I am looking into getting the shed ready. I've done some decorating stuff. My gravel bike's already here, and in that corner that's going to be my Zwift area. That still needs to be set up, but what I did to get here to organize the shed again is take all my bikepacking stuff out, and that now has to be sorted and be put back in here somehow, somewhere. So I thought it would just be fun to show you guys what I have collected over the past 4.5 years. I started bikepacking in 2020 or so, 2021, and over the years I'm almost embarrassed to show you guys how much stuff I have. I just go through it together with you guys, show and tell a little bit what I have, what I've learned over the years. So I hope you find this interesting. There we go, everything's back inside again. When I cleared out the shed, I just threw everything in those plastic containers. So let us first open each of those containers, each of those boxes, and just see what's in there. And then I'll try to sort it out and just show it to you category by category. Container 1, sleep system. My inflatable Decathlon 4-class pillow. I've had this for 2022. I bought it in 2022, so I've had this for 3 years. Has been with me on all my trips. Still works great. It is rather dirty looking, so I should put it in the wash sometime soon, but ready to go for another season. Oh. The tent pegs to my tent, the MSR Hubba Hubba Bikepack 1, the one-person tent. I'll show that to you guys later. No clue why these are in here just on their own. Sleeping mats. This is something I'm super happy with. It's the Thermarest one, the Neo Air. Jesus, what's the full name? The Thermarest Neo Air X Lite NXT. It's the extra large version to give me some extra comfort. It's super handy. Oh, and look what I found. I also have a Flextail mini pump. I use this to blow up the mattress. Let's see if I still have some charge in the pump. That would be fun. Here goes nothing. Hey, look at that. It's quite an annoying noise. You won't make a lot of friends at the campsite, but it does prevent you from getting tired. You can do other stuff while your mattress is inflating, so a super helpful little thing. Let's wait for it to be done, and I can show you the mattress. There we go. Close the valve. And stop the pump by pressing the button, and there we go. Super nice mattress, and with this Flextail pump cost me about a minute to blow it up. Right, where to put it? Next in this box are some bags. Here is a smaller size Restrap frame bag that I have used once or twice for just day trips. Not something I would use a lot. Nowadays on bigger day trips I use a camelback where I can stuff some extra stuff in, and this is, well, a nice to have, but I don't use it that much anymore. Then I have a, oh yeah, these are 4-gauge bags, 5-liter ones from Canyon. Use these on a trip. I also have the fork mounts somewhere here. Yeah, super simple and lightweight, but I prefer not to have too much on the front of my bike, so I've used this setup with the bags on the front, on the fork, once or twice. This is an inner of a saddlebag, the 15-liter by the look of it. It's a nice little stuff sack, a compression sack. I don't use the saddlebags anymore because I have a Tailfin. But I do use the compression sacks, for example, for my sleeping bag to compress it nice and small. You can already hear it lets the air out with this valve, and then you close the valve. And hey ho, Bob's your uncle. This is a similar thing, but for a handlebar bag. So compression bag as well, but this one is from Topeak, and you can open it up on both ends, both sides. I usually keep one end closed and then close the other one. But again, like I said, I prefer to have as little as possible on the front of my bike, on my handlebars and on my fork. So I don't use this that much anymore. Here are the mounts for the fork bags. 2 of them, metal with 3 straps, so you can attach the bags. Snack pack. I love these ones, the Restrap ones. I use them on many occasions. Sometimes to put a bottle in, but more often to have stuff that you want to grab, especially food in here. Super nice to have. And here is an even smaller Restrap frame bag. To be honest, I forgot I had this. Used it once or twice maybe, but that's about it. Oh, trip down memory lane. My first sleeping mat, Decathlon 4 class. Definitely not as comfy as the Thermarest one, but I did use it for 2 seasons, and as long as it's summertime and the temperatures are fine, I slept on this perfectly. And then here is the harness for the handlebar bag. Topeak again. Topeak was the brand that I used, that I bought when I first started out with bikepacking. Readily available, decent quality, okay quality. Although the first frame bag I ever had was a Topeak one, and on the first trip the zipper already broke. I tried to repair it once or twice, but gave up in the end, and that's why I went to Restrap and later on to Tailfin. And then in here as well, a lot of these simple straps just to tie everything down nice and neatly. You don't want stuff to sway. When I started out bikepacking, you go out, you don't know, you haven't really tested your setup, and then the first bump you hit, your saddlebag is, off your bike or whatever. So I have a lot of these just to make sure everything stays neatly on the bike. Right, so box number 1. Box number 2 has some old t-shirts and DHL branded cycling kits that I wore once to an event. There you go, still in the wrapper. This is an HR strap without the sensor. When I came back from the Portugal trip, I took the sensor off, put it somewhere, put this strap in the washing machine. Yeah, you already guessed it, right? The sensor was never to be seen again. No clue what happened, so I had to buy a new one. Oh yeah, and then here is a memento to Gravel Birds. A nice tote bag that I got with the Gravel Birds logo on it. Super cool, but I never use it. Box number 3. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, talking about gravel birds, the gravel birds cap with lucky number 46. That was my my bib number or my cap number. My old shoes. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna throw these ones out, but these hurt my feet like a mother, so might be best to just to chuck them. I don't think I want to sell them to anybody or give them to somebody. They're done. They're done. And then more old kits. Let me see, some bibs that I might as well just throw out. I'll put them in the other container. Just the you know, they've had a rough life. And then oh look at this, my cap collection, or part of it. Smugglers, of course, a rougher one because I have to. This is actually the first cycling cap I ever bought, a Mavic one. I still like it, but it's got some wear and tear on it. This is one from the Across the Champs Ultra, Bikepacking Ultra, that I failed. I had to scratch. I don't know where I got this one from. In its wheel, no idea. A weird one, checkered flag one that says pedal. Don't know if you can read that. Yeah, there you go. Another Smugglers one. You gotta have Smugglers. And here, another Smugglers one. We'll come to the topic of sleeping bags a little later maybe, but this is one of 3 sleeping bags I have. This is the 210 degrees Celsius one. I have 3 sleeping bags, all 3 from Decathlon. 2 of them are synthetic. One of them is whatever that's called, plucked duck. Box number 5 or 4. Look at this. This is the saddlebag, 15 liter one, Topeak. Like I said, I started out with Topeak. They were fine, they do the job, but I do prefer my Tailfin system. More shoes. Quoc. I love the look, but they don't fit my feet. I have wide feet and these are just too small for me. So, and then I have the Topeak saddlebag, but in a 10 liter, so the smaller one. This is actually the first bag I got, the first saddlebag for my road bike, bikepacking overnighter to a hotel, so nothing fancy, and that's how I started out with bikepacking. Box number 5. All sorts of smaller boxes that used to contain my GoPro and my GoPro attachments. Yeah. Sometimes you have stuff you're like, yeah, should I keep it? I might as well just throw this out. I never use it anymore. I have the GoPros in a separate little baggie, so what's the point, right? Box number, I lost track. This is my autumn/winter sleeping bag. This is the big one, also a Decathlon one. Let me take it out for you. The sleeping bag, I mean. This is also 4 class, so I think that's the name of the Decathlon, you know, tracking stuff. So, and this one is rated to 0, so to freezing. Can you see that? So that's rated to freezing. It's the 4 class one. It's got the down insulation, so this one is way better for cold temperatures. So I did camp at around freezing once. Was okay. So miscellaneous. Aero handlebars. I've tried these a couple times. I'm still not happy with the setup. Basically, when I get into the aero position, my hip starts to hurt, and I don't use it for aero necessarily. I try to use these you know, to have a different position on the bike for ultras, for long distance rides, where I could just lean on these and not have and you know, find a more relaxed position, but still not super happy with them. Another box. This one contains my bivy. This one is the bivy I took to Portugal with me. I slept in this a couple times. It's the OR, so the Outdoor Research helium bivy. It's basically a body bag. It's a waterproof-ish body bag that has a mesh net. Has a couple of tent poles. So you set it up and you have a little bit of room above your head, a little bit of breathing space. It does get quite damp in there, but it's very doable. I actually enjoyed it. Maybe enjoying it is a bit of an overpromise, but yeah, didn't mind it. Oh, this is the stuff sack for the Thermarest. I should keep those together. Then here is my reflective vest for ultras. Almost all ultra events have these as mandatory. Then this is the bag for my tent. Tent poles in here, and then this is where my tent is supposed to be, the MSR Hubba Hubba Bikepack, but it's apparently in another box. Another one of those Topeak stuff sacks that I use to put a sleeping bag in, roll them up, and then let the air out. Stuff sack for another one of my sleeping bags. This one is the stuff sack for the summer sleeping bag that I have. Also, this one I brought with me to Portugal. So this one is comfortable up to 15 degrees. It was chilly in Portugal 1 or 2 nights, so definitely only recommend this in summer. Jesus, these are dirty. I should really clean those. Tailfin frame bag, 3 liter top of my head. I have an S size bike, so they barely fit. Really like these. They are nice and sturdy. They fit a lot of stuff. They have this little indent, so you can still grab a bottle from underneath. Super cool design. Zippers on both sides. Really helpful stuff. And then a long top tube bag. Again, Tailfin. Has a couple of these compartments. Oh, sorry, there's still so much sand and dust on here from the Portugal trip. Oh. Anyway, nice rubbery feet, not to damage your frame. Rubbery straps to cinch it down. Nothing but good about this one. Another Restrap snack pack for my bars and stuff. A Restrap handlebar bag, a small one, which I really liked. I could fit my cycling kit in here, so my spare cycling kit, and still have plenty of room on the handlebars. Like I said earlier, I don't really like to have a lot of stuff on my handlebars, so that's why I prefer this one. Oh, and this is a pair of rain pants, just in case. And then the final big box. That makes kind of sense. This is the summer sleeping bag I was talking about, the 15 degree comfort level 1. And then here is the tent, the MSR Hubba Hubba Bikepack 1. Do I like this tent? Yes, it's super light. The tent poles are super small, so it's really easy to carry. In hindsight, I should have gone for the 2-person one. The 1-person one, I'm not super tall, but still, for me, you touch the sides of the tent when you lie flat in it. So, and then this is the sack for my Thermarest. I never use it. Like I showed you before, I use the tiny pump, the Flextail one. So, nah. There we go. And then, last but not least, I have all sorts of small stuff in these smaller containers. Here you can see stuff like deodorant and stuff, shampoo. I have these small containers that I buy sometimes in bulk. Here you go. So I have always something on the standby in case I want to go on a trip. Whoops. Here some repair stuff. I still have some muck-off sealant apparently, spare tube, tiny little saddlebag, Allen keys. So we're now into, I don't know where to put it territory. More small stuff. Still some CO2 cartridges. A USB stick. What's in here? Old bottles. I really like the Elite ones. I like how they feel, how they drink, the nipple, the nozzle, whatever you call it. So I have a lot of those. Here's some Garmin stuff as well as an old cassette that is still quite okay-ish by the looks of it, and my Garmin watch, my Garmin 1050, the boxes at least, and then last but not least some camping stuff, some dried food which is expired probably, yeah, expired in May. Expired in, oh, this is still fine, 21st of September. Ah, could eat this one. What is it? Yeah, pasta. Ah, why not? And then some mugs and some gas canisters for cooking, but that's it. Right, this is a quick rundown of all my bikepacking stuff that I've collected over the years. I hope you find this video somewhat interesting, or at least amusing, the amount of stuff that somebody can gather. Anyway, I'm gonna try and sort it out now and clean it up a bit. If you have any questions about any of the stuff that I use, I forgot to show you. Oh. Of course, the pièce de résistance and the main part of my bikepacking kit, the Tailfin. This is the old one, or the standard one. That's just the bag, and what I bought earlier this year is the new version. So the one with the pockets on the side and the strap on top. I really loved it. The only thing is, I have a video about that. I'll link it up top here somewhere. The bag came loose during my ultra in Portugal. The screws came loose. Whole nother story, but as long as this one stays together, I absolutely love it. Right, a lot of stuff in little time, but I thought it was fun just to show you guys what I have, what I use on my bikepacking trips. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. See you in the next one.